10 villains whose actions sent shockwaves through civilization. Number 10. Pol Pot, the Cambodian dictator who turned his own country into a massive death camp. In just 4 years, he murdered 2 million of his own people, nearly 25% of Cambodia's population. His Year Zero plan attempted to create a horrifying communist utopia by killing anyone with education or skills. Number 9. Joseph Mengele, the Nazi doctor dubbed the Angel of Death at Auschwitz. He conducted grotesque medical experiments on prisoners, including children, without any human compassion. His cruel research involved live surgeries without anesthesia, genetic experiments, and treating humans like laboratory animals. Number 8. Leopold II of Belgium, the Belgian king who turned Congo into his personal slave state. He murdered an estimated 10 million Congolese through forced labor, mutilation, and systematic torture. His colonial regime was so brutal that it became a global symbol of colonial atrocity. Number 7. Vladimir the Impaler. The real-life inspiration for Dracula, this Romanian ruler was known for his sadistic method of execution, impalement. He would torture thousands of people, often having them slowly killed by driving stakes through their bodies, creating horrifying forests of dying victims. Number 6. Jiang Qing, Mao Zedong's wife and the mastermind behind China's Cultural Revolution. She orchestrated a decade-long campaign of terror that destroyed millions of lives, targeting intellectuals, artists, and anyone perceived as a political threat. Number 5. Adolf Hitler, the architect of the Holocaust and World War II, responsible for the systematic murder of 6 million Jews and approximately 11 million people overall. His ideology of racial superiority led to unprecedented genocide and global destruction. Number 4. Joseph Stalin, the Soviet dictator who killed more of his own people than foreign enemies. Estimates suggest he was responsible for 20 million deaths through purges, forced labor camps, and deliberate famines. His paranoia and brutality define totalitarian terror. Number 3. Genghis Khan, the Mongol leader who created the largest land empire in history through unprecedented violence. His armies murdered an estimated 40 million people, completely destroying entire civilizations and populations across Asia and Eastern Europe. Number 2. Mao Zedong, the Chinese communist leader whose policies caused the largest mass death in human history. The Great Leap Forward and Cultural Revolution resulted in an estimated 45–80 million deaths through starvation, persecution, and systematic killings. Number 1. Christopher Columbus, often glorified in history books, but responsible for the largest genocide in human history. His expeditions initiated the systematic destruction of indigenous populations in the Americas, causing the death of approximately 56 million people through violence, disease, and slavery. These aren't just villains, they're cautionary tales of what humans are capable of when power goes unchecked.